Hey guys, Deronda here. Today I'm going to show you my simple version on making a shepherd's pie. Absolutely easy to do, yet so delicious. Now for the pie filling, I'm starting out with 1 pound of ground beef. I realize I'm not using ground lamb, but you may if you wish. 1 cup of beef broth, 1 cup of finely chopped onions, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1/2 cup of diced fresh carrots, 1/2 cup of frozen peas, 1/2 cup of frozen corn, 2 heaping tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 1 heaping tablespoon of tomato paste, and 2 large minced garlic cloves. For the topping of our pie, I'm using already made mashed potatoes. You can buy this in the refrigerated section of your supermarket. I've got about 1 pound here, 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, or you can substitute with whole milk, 1 large egg, and I like to dress the top of my shepherd's pie with finely chopped spring onions. Let's start on the filling. In a 12-inch skillet over medium heat, we're going to add that 1 tablespoon of olive oil with our ground meat. And we're going to start breaking this down until we can just slightly see the pink. Add your pepper with your thyme and salt, and continue breaking down your meat. After about 2 minutes, you can just barely see the pink on the meat here. I'm going to add my onions. And I know shepherd's pie is made with lamb, but I'm substituting for beef. And of course, when you substitute with beef, it becomes a cottage pie, but I'm still going to call it a shepherd's pie. Now we're going to continue cooking our onions for an additional 2 minutes. Continue stirring. After 2 minutes, add your diced carrots with your garlic and tomato paste. Give this a lovely little stirring, and what's going to happen is those carrots are going to start to tenderize, and that tomato paste is going to give your shepherd's pie some incredible flavor. And I can smell the thyme. And cook for an additional 1 minute. After your 1 minute's up, we're going to sprinkle our flour in, and we're going to cook that raw flavor of flour out. That's going to take about 1 minute, so continue cooking. Now that we've got that raw flavor out of our flour, we're going to add our beef broth. Bring this to a boil until our liquids are thickened slightly. Continue stirring. Now that our liquid has thickened, as you can see, we're going to add the peas, those frozen peas, along with the corn. Stir this in while we turn off our timer and turn off the heat. This is ready for its baking dish. I'm baking mine in a 9-inch porcelain pie pan, or you may substitute with a 9-inch square pan. Spread it out. At this point, you want your oven preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, to make the topping, I'm adding my already made mashed potatoes in a 2-quart saucepan, along with 1 egg I've beaten with that 2 tablespoons of whipping cream, or like I said, you can substitute with milk or 2% milk. And we're going to mix this in with our mashed potatoes to make it lovely and creamy as we heat our potatoes over medium heat over here to the stovetop. Continue stirring until it's nice, creamy, and warm. This only took a couple of minutes. Now, back to our pie. Add your mashed potatoes gingerly. Be careful, because you don't want to mix your mashed potatoes in with your beef pie filling. This is going to be so yummy. I love using a spatula because you can get all your mashed potatoes right here out of its 2-quart saucepan. With the back of the spoon, we're going to spread it over to the edge to where it'll be touching the edge of your dish. You can make whatever kind of designs you want to make here on the top of your shepherd pie. I'm adding my shepherd pie to a cookie sheet, so while it bakes, if it oozes out around the edges, it won't get into the bottom of my oven. So now off to that preheated oven on the middle rack for the next 30 minutes. Use your timer and no peeking. Shepherd's pie has baked. And look how lovely and bubbly it is. I'm gonna let it cool down here for about 15 minutes just for some decoration. I'm adding those green spring onions here to the top, just to give it some color, and while the potatoes are still warm, it'll absorb an extra punch of flavor from these green onions. I love the look of that shepherd pie. We're gonna dig into it, see what it's gonna taste like. I mean, you can cut it out like a pie, but I just go around. Still really super warm. Ooh, looky on the inside there. Oh yeah. Put it right here on our plate. Those carrots, those peas, the beef. It's gonna be spectacular. And look at those mashed potatoes. Get a little bit of beef, the corn, the peas. Here goes. Perfect flavors. Those mashed potatoes, the corn, the peas, the beef. My simple and easy shortcut to shepherd's pie. You won't be disappointed. Looky here on the inside. Not only does it look fantastic, but it smells delicious. I'm Deronda with Foods 101. Give me thumbs up, leave me a comment, hit that notification bell to be the first to get my new YouTube food videos. Stay safe, and I'll catch you lovely people later.